It's time for a new evolution in raising golfers, one that doesn't involve headaches, tears, or heading down the path of unknown. Whether you're trying to introduce children to the game of golf, help them play competitively, or play at a collegiate level, you're in the right place. This show is for any parent, player, or coach who wants to build a better team at home and on the golf course. This is the Raising Golfers Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raising Golfers Podcast. I am your host, Travis Hauser, PGA professional here in Carlsbad, California. We had a very fun weekend this weekend with two 9-hole challenges for our Operation 36 program. One of them, we had a fun social event where we had players and families dress up in green and St. Patrick's Day themed clothing. It was awesome. It was so much fun. And every child got to walk away with a little treat. And we even did a drawing for some of the players who were best dressed. They got some raffle tickets, and we selected one lucky winner to win a free one-on-one lesson with me. It was good fun. Today we're going to talk about decision making, and this one kind of comes with me because I'm out there on the golf course. I get to watch the players play in these 9-hole challenges, which is cool. The ones that we have over the other golf course where we do 200 yards and up with our 9-hole challenges. I actually get to ride along the whole round and watch them play. And so decision making is a very important part of golf. And I think it's one of the most important parts of developing as a junior golfer. So, good decision making, I think it's very complex. It takes years of experience to master, and no one really ever makes, perfect decisions and never even perfects like golf. So even us adults do really silly things occasionally out in the golf course, and I'm guilty of it as well. But I think there are a few things that we need to be aware of with junior golfers and a few ways to help them out. So, children lack experience and perspective versus us adults. We've got obviously more years ahead of them. So as, let's just say, experienced golfers, we've got more experience, more tournament play. We've had the option of going through the ups and downs of decision making. And so for children, I think their decisions are made impulsively and are focused on immediate gratification. So like I've seen a player select the wrong club on the golf course, whether it's the tee box or the approach shot. And one of the reasons that they select it, they just got this new cool bag and they added it to their bag and say, I'm going to tee off with this 3 hybrid today. It's my newest club. It's the best club to tee off with. And that actually may not be the best decision, especially on a long par 4 or par 5, or in a situation where maybe you might hit it too far and hit into a creek. But because it's that immediate gratification and it's very impulsive, that's what they do. And it doesn't always last. And of course, it's going to come to an end at some point with the decision making from trial and error. But that's just what they do. And it can be frustrating as a parent. I understand. My advice would be just to let them do it. And we'll get into this a little bit more detail in just a few moments. So there's a couple things that we can do to help teach these junior golfers to maybe stop before they take this huge leap into their impulsive decision. And, I think allowing them to have a few seconds of hesitation, it could prevent them from making a decision that ultimately might make the round not as appealing or the experience is good for them because it'll affect their scores. So maybe what we can teach them to say before they make the decision is, why do I want to do this? What am I doing it for? What's the reasoning that I've selected this club or trying to hit the ball to this spot or aiming there? And then the next question would be, all right, so what are my options? So, for example, when faced with the possibility of laying up or going for it on a par 5 with water in front of it, children could they could just go for it, take their 3-wood out and try to carry the water. B, they could lay up just in front of the water. We don't know what that number is, how far away it is, but let's just say pretty close. And that could be risky because they could overhit it and hit in the water. Or C, they could lay up to a yardage they feel comfortable hitting into the green on their next shot. And I think knowing what their options are, I think it can help your junior golfers see clearly what their decisions might be, and also will make it easier for them to connect with the decisions, whether that was right or wrong. And now let's hear a message from our show sponsor. Hey guys, This last spring, I teamed up with Operation 36 here at our facility in Carlsbad, California, and it has completely changed my way of coaching and service to my customers. Operation 36 is a developmental golf program designed to take beginners from playing their first round to being able to shoot par or better for 9 holes. So here's how it works. Participants attend weekly 1-hour classes and work through a 6-level curriculum. They then play in 9-hole events once or twice a month with a common goal to shoot 36 or better from different distances. And using the Operation 36 app, coaches can plan programs, communicate with families, and track students' progress. It's really, really cool. If you're a parent listening, search for a program near you on their website at operation36.golf/juniors. And coaches, if you'd like to start a program at your facility, go to the same website, operation36.golf/coaches. So, we need to be able to help coach good decision making. And I think it is possible. It just takes a lot of time. And as adults, it's difficult sometimes to watch them make the wrong decisions over and over and over, even after trying to help them in these areas. And that's why we're having this episode here, is for us parents maybe just to take a couple steps back or a few extra deep breaths and, allow them the chance to learn from some of their own decisions. So, what we could do, maybe this could be post-round, it could be pre-round. I would say post-round, not on the car ride home, but maybe the next day would be post-round if the child would like to discuss it. Or pre-round could just be some of the tactics you're working with before the child goes out and plays a tournament or a round of golf. But what you could do is you could help your junior golfer identify some of the key contributors to their decisions, and then also have them take thoughtful steps to making their own decisions. And then after the decision, you can help them judge how good the decision was, and if the decision turned out to be a poor one or a good one, and why maybe it was a bad decision and what they can learn from it. Now, part of your junior golfer's learning to make good decisions is it's allowing them to make poor ones as well. I mean, it's just as important. And I mentioned I'm going to get into this. I honestly think, and I've made this mistake many times myself, and parents listening and even coaches, tell me if you've ever had this scenario. We'll help them select a club. Let's just say it's par 4. They got 110 yards in. We say, I think you should hit a 7-iron. And the junior golfer says, no, I think it's a 9. And that the 9-iron is not going to get there, right? So you help them. They decide to take the 7-iron and they hit it poorly. Well, there's 2 things that have now happened. The first one is that the junior golfer no longer thinks that you know how to make the best decisions for them, which is actually true. And then the second one is that they don't actually own their own decision. They're not owning the fact that they swung the golf club. And I don't think that's a good thing either. So I actually like the tactic of, if you are going to caddy for your child, carrying the bag, encouraging them, answering questions if they have them, but letting them make their own decisions. And I think that's huge for them. And I have to give huge props to the families in our junior golf program here in Carlsbad, because during the 9-hole challenges that we have, I see the parents all stepping back, letting the kids select their clubs. When they get on the greens, I see the majority of the parents actually just stay off the green and let the kids make their own decision, reading the greens, lining it up, deciding the speed, all those things. And yeah, they're going to make a lot of mistakes with their decisions, but they're going to own them. And I personally believe that they are going to learn from them. And I think that that is going to be just a very, very, very essential part of the development of the game. And I think it's just going to be huge for them. So in conclusion, remember that failure is a feature, and making mistakes in the decision process is all part of the learning process. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it helps resonate with the situation that you might have with some of your junior golfers. But adults out there listening, please be patient. They will make smart decisions. It just takes time. Look forward to having you here back on the podcast next week.